My name's Harr. I'm the CEO of MakeaStand. What I'd like to do is share a very brief story with you first, because I believe that stories make sense of the world for us. They are what cut through a lot of the noise that we hear every day. And we have a very powerful story. What I will say is that this is a mobile crowdfunding technology that we are building. We think that crowdfunding is ripe for a revolution, and we are going to own the mobile position of crowdfunding. And it starts with a story. In 2012, an 8-year-old girl saw a photo that would change her life. That 8-year-old happened to be my daughter. This was the photo that she saw of 2 boys in Nepal living in slavery. She decided to do something. So she sets up her lemonade stand in beautiful Fairfax, and she says, I'm going to eradicate child slavery. 18 million children should not be living in slavery. So there she did it. She ended up crowdfunding $100,000 from her street corner, and she did it with humanity and technology. What started local is now a global movement. Of their 230 million users, including every A-list celebrity in the world, they picked her to ring the bell at their IPO. So there it was, 9-year-old girl with glasses. There's Jack Dorsey, all the founders of Twitter. And in that moment, over 2 billion people saw this. And it made good on the long-held promise that one person can change the world. This brand has global awareness and trust. The question was, how can we capitalize on this movement? We believe that for technology to be sustainable, it has to mean something to somebody. It actually has to do something to improve their lives and improve our world. So MakeaStand is this very simple mobile technology that gives people a voice and empowers them to make a difference, which are 2 fundamental desires that every human being has. Our vision is a world where anyone can make a stand wherever they stand, and our mission is 10 million users generating $1 billion of impact and $50 million of company revenue every year, and here's how we intend to do that. There are problems in crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is a $6 billion a year industry. It is growing to $16 billion, and it shows no signs of slowing down. It is a big space, but it is ripe for revolution, as I said. There are some problems with it. Number one, it's difficult to use. I had to sit at my computer and configure a crowdfunding campaign for Vivian, and it took me 2 hours. That should have taken me 60 seconds. It's lacking in impact. You can set up, you see a tsunami in Japan, and you are moved, and you do something about it, and you set up a crowdfunding campaign, that money goes to your bank account, and then it's incumbent upon you to send it to a charity. You can't guarantee impact, and it is not mobile. There's crowdfunding platforms spreading out everywhere, but only 1 in 5 even have apps, and none of them are designed to be a mobile-first technology. There's the obligatory photo. Go ahead. I love what Evan Williams said. Take a human desire that has been around for a long time and use modern technology to remove the steps. That's how you build a $1 billion or more company. So here's our product. Go ahead. We're the first mobile funding platform. We are the first mobile-first crowdfunding technology in the world. We are 4 things. Very simple. We're looking to remove every point of friction from crowdfunding. When you have a moment, you should be able to act on that moment. You shouldn't have to sit down at your computer, and you shouldn't have to deal with all of these features. You should be able to do something and start raising money and awareness for what you care about from your phone. Go ahead. We're going to have real-time tracking on our website so that people can see the impact of these stands. We've all been through the process of when we give money or do something, where does the money actually go? People want to see the impact of that. Our business model is a 5% transaction fee on all campaigns. This is standard in crowdfunding, so we are, go ahead, generating revenue from day one, which is going to be August 15th when we launch at Twitter, hosting a big event for us, and our newest investor, Jack Dorsey, is going to stand with us, and I'll talk about that in a moment. And there's the quote by Jack. A basic tool saves time, a good tool gives purpose and meaning, a great tool gives joy. Several advantages to this company. Number one, it is a very simple product. I'm reading a great book called How to Create Addictive Products, and it talks about being as simple as possible. You have got to remove every point of friction from what a person wants to do and allow technology to fall away so that they can do that. We have a very powerful story. We have a very trusted brand. This is a brand people are familiar with, they know and they trust, which is critical. We have existing marketing platforms that reach into the millions now. So this has been an ongoing movement that people have been watching. So when we come to market, we're coming with an existing marketing platform. We've got great influencer relationships, a very strong team, and nonprofit partnerships that are already forming. We have 5 nonprofit partnerships that are going to be standing with us at our launch. And there's Jack and my daughter Vivian. She loves this photo of him standing there. I just need to impress upon you that Jack doesn't often go public with his investments. And when we said, would you stand with us at our launch, he said, I would be proud to do that. And he's going to be bringing his entire world to help make this go. And I said, why are you doing this? And he said, because of the purpose behind it. Because you actually have a business model, and a sustainable business model, and one that can change the world. Okay? Who are we targeting? Several groups, but in the interest of time, this is going to be our beachhead, the influential millennials, the people who exist in the halls of Twitter and Square and Microsoft and LinkedIn. Will be at Microsoft and LinkedIn 2 weeks after Twitter. These are the people who feel responsible for making a difference in the world. They account for $200 billion of spending annually, and they already know and trust the brand. How do we get users? We're going to be launching it at Twitter. Their head of communications and marketing, Gabriel Stricker, is going to hold us up as the example of how to use their new in-app ad platform. So we're going to be launching a social spend at Twitter so that the world can see exactly how to use their new platform, and we're gaining users at the event. Of course, then there's going to be Facebook ads and targeted text and email campaigns. So let's talk about what we've done, because there's nothing without action and execution. We've raised $625,000 to date. We have a working pilot. It is beautiful. I would love to show it to you because it is something to behold. We have 4 nonprofit partners: the United Way, the Boys and Girls Club of America, Free the Slaves, and we've got one other, and I'll be showing you in a moment. The BBC World News is going to do a feature on this story because they've been following Vivian's story, and now they get to cover what's next for this young lady. And she's going to say, I made my stand, and now you can, and here's how you do it. The launch is at Twitter on August 15th, which is a $1 million launch event handed to us for nothing, the Twitter stand. CBS News is going to be there, the network, to cover this event and to cover what Vivian's doing next. Then we have LinkedIn a couple weeks later that's going to do the same thing for us. And then, of course, Google. Vivian's going to go down there. She's going to talk to the Google employees, ask them to download the app and make a stand as well. So our team, very quickly, my daughter at the top of the list. I have a 10-year-old boss, which is great. She was recently voted the top 50 most influential philanthropists in America, which I'm still trying to wrap my brain around. Myself, Gary Starr, who's brought 2 companies public. He's our CFO. Tony Daniel, who has worked wonders in bringing in these nonprofit partners as a critical channel strategy for us. Bob Lee, who just left Square as their CTO, is advising on the technology because we are going live before the world on the 15th, and we want someone who built the stack beneath Square to say, your code looks good, it looks scalable, thumbs up. Doug Bowman, who just left Twitter, who looks to be coming on into this round. He's been advising on the UI UX. He's the former creative director at Twitter. The lovely Gwen Edwards, who's lent her amazing expertise as a board member. Megan Calhoun is an investor, and she's going to be holding the center of our user acquisition strategy to make sure these events are actually driving user acquisition. Ian McLean, who built this beautiful brand. Of course, Jack Dorsey, and we just came. Roma Khanna is the president of MGM Studios. She's now an investor, and she is bringing her world to bear, the entertainment world, to this technology. So, very quickly, our corporate partners are going to be critical to driving our user acquisition, and you can roll through these pretty quickly. These are our corporate partners who have committed to getting behind this and helping us launch this technology, driving user acquisition, and these are our nonprofit partners. Their constituents number in the millions, which means they're going to be endorsing our technology to their millions of donors and saying, this is how we want you raising money and awareness for us. So we're underway on our Series A round. We're raising $1.5 million of preferred at a $6 million valuation, and we're estimating to close that at the end of August. We're using those funds in 3 high ROI initiatives. Number 1, to make sure that this product is everything people want it to be, because if you can build a bulletproof product, that people will market it for you. We're building a world-class management team. We're seeking our CTO right now. Jack has some recommendations, but that is our next hire. We need that superstar CTO in here. and establishing our base of users and making sure to keep our eye on the prize of gaining users. So in summary, I won't go through this too much. I want to wrap it in 30 seconds. Crowdfunding is a big and is an expanding space. We have a potential category leading product by owning that mobile position, which is coveted. We have a great team, a broad marketing reach already, global brand awareness already. These strategic corporate and nonprofit partnerships are critical to us. And it's an opportunity for you to do well financially as you do good in the world. Just as Jack said, an opportunity to get a healthy return on your investment while you have a global impact with this business. These are Vivian's words. I'll leave you with my 10-year-old daughter. She said, help create a world where anyone anywhere can make a stand wherever they stand. And that's it. Thank you.
Got it?